Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Very exciting day. We are going to be doing a full musical and vocal analysis of Zombie by the Cranberries. Now, this will be a first time viewing for the music video. I've never seen the music video, but this is one of my favorite songs of this genre for years at this point. And there's going to be so much to talk about, so much I don't even know what I'm going to say yet because I've never listened to it, with the intention of analyzing. So super excited. This song it's been really popular, but I feel like right now it's just going off. People are doing covers of it all over the place. I'm excited to dive in. Guys, please do like, subscribe, comment. And if I'm enhancing your listening experience, if by the end of this you have a greater appreciation for this song or this band or this vocalist, please do consider joining my Patreon for as little as $1 a month. That's a great way to support me and support this channel. Without further ado, guys, let's get into it. The Cranberries Zombie official music video. So E minor for the key. E minor for the key, and right now we've mostly just got drums and pretty heavily distorted guitars going on. Aside from that, obviously the vocalist is not in here yet. And solid, really cool. I mean, I like this chord progression for the whole vibe of this song. It just works really well. I think the songwriters really picked the right one to convey the whole message that they're trying to bring with this song. It just works so well. Anyway, so far just an introduction, instrumentation, drums, guitars, voice incoming. Okay. Just before we get into it, that next bit of that intro, they added a bit more of a lead guitar that you can kind of hear ringing out in front of the kind of foundational distortion guitars happening. There's obviously bass guitar as well, but just worth noting there is just a slight change in the kind of texture, musical texture of the foundational instrumentation happening there with that added more lead sounding guitar, less distortion, right? Cuts through a little better, and then of course, the bass guitar. Now voice is incoming soon. I always forget how long this intro actually is. This video is also wild so far. I love how soft and intimate she's approaching these first lines, just barely on the voice, allowing all this air to come through, and just staying. It's like she's singing it right into your ear. We get a lot of this more rock style belting, high chest belting, gritty singing later in the song, some harsh vocals, but yeah, for now, just like super intimate, just like really drawing you in, If you come out of the gate too strong, then there's nowhere to go. If you start right there, you get people like leaning in to hear more. So really keeping that second passage there in a very similar vocal place. On a couple of the lines, there was just a tiny bit more weight coming into the voice, but really, she's really not revealing anything about the power that she can give just yet. And I like the pauses in between syllables, right? She's intentionally breaking up the words, like mistaken, mistaken. It's putting pauses in between there. Just kind of a cool artistic choice as far as the delivery of the text is concerned.
Who are we mistaken? But you see, it's not me, it's not my family. In your head, they are fighting with their tanks and their bombs and their bombs and their guns. In your head, they are crying.
Yes. So now we're getting more of the higher chest range. The sound is now more efficient, meaning less air is coming through, which is going to result in a brighter, more powerful sound with higher harmonic content, which is going to cut more. It's what gives the sound the edge. It's vocal fold closure. So that has increased as she has ascended in her chest range. And something so unique about this singer is that she does this cool thing where she'll flip up, like a very deliberate flip up into her M2 voice production, essentially, which is, some people call it falsetto, some people call it head voice. There's a lot of like mixed terminology as far as who's talking about what. It's that lighter method of voice production where instead of the entirety of the vocal folds vibrating, it's really just the edges. The mucosal membranes are the main component of the vocal folds vibrating in that higher, lighter mechanism. And we get that for a second. It almost sounds a little bit like yodeling, if you've heard yodeling, where she intentionally flips up into this lighter mode of production. And it's so unique and so distinctive, and I think has what is part of the reason this song is so iconic, is because of that vocal production and the way in which she approaches these lines. Fighting. So B flat 4. So just below tenor high C, she flips up to that.
With their tanks and their bombs and their bombs and their guns. In your head.
So she's going up to A flat 4, remaining in pure chest voice so far. Awesome. In your head. So that A flat 4 is really where she's kind of leaning in hardest to that chest voice belting there. And on the first syllable of zombie, that's where we're getting predominantly these harsher vocals where there's a lot more grit in the sound. For the rest of it, it's actually relatively clean. It's a relatively clean sound. And then she does this cool thing at the end of these pass-throughs on this chorus where she flips up but pretty soon cuts off the sound. So we don't get the full kind of effect of flipping from like a chest voice up to a falsetto. She kind of cuts it, but you tell she flips and then stops the sound. Another just really cool, interesting approach. There's the grit. So right when she flips up, she cuts off the sound. So interesting. That's funny. I never even noticed these do-do-dos. I never even noticed those because I think I'm usually listening to this like probably at the gym or just driving in the car, and in these down sections thinking more about the instrumentation, the distorted guitars, drums, and I never even noticed that there are some do-do-dos happening in this section. so cool how powerful a little guitar lick like that can be. Something so simple, but is just so iconic and is just the right amount for this song. Also, this down section, you'll notice like all the big cymbals and snare hits on the drum will stop. It's more like it's like mostly toms and like lower. Then that's a great way to kind of bring down the intensity in a song is to lean in more to the lower frequencies of the instrumentation or the voice or whatever, and then you get, bring it down, then you can rev it back up by bringing those cymbals and hi-hats and snares back in there. So we definitely see a lot of parallels here between the first verse, both as far as vocal technique is concerned, how she's approaching these words in her voice, and even to the speech patterns where we hear the word mistaken again and we hear a break between the miss and the take. Mistaken, right? So we hear a lot of parallels and similarities between these verses, essentially. The first one. Now this one separated by this chorus where the singing and everything about the song completely changes. It's cool to hear it kind of revert back again, bringing the intensity down, and once again giving it a place to go in the next chorus. Because she'll lean in to a lower pitch and then lighten as she ascends. See if I can flag this. I think it's on causes. Yeah. Causes silence. So she leans into the bottom pitch and then lightens, same word, different pitch, right? Carrying it over 2 notes, and then lightens on that top pitch before going forward.
It's the same old deed since 1916. In your head, they're still fighting with their tanks and their bombs and their bombs and their guns. In your head, they are dying.
She does such a good job revving up through this essentially bridge section before the chorus. It's like just slowly adding in a little bit more weight, slowly kind of singing more notes in the pure chest voice instead of the lighter mechanism, and it leads us perfectly into this chorus.
It's the same old deed since 1916. In your head, they're still fighting with their tanks and their bombs and their bombs and their guns. In your head, they are dying. In your head, zombie, zombie, zombie. What's in your head? Zombie, zombie, zombie.
Similarly, actually, the thing I just pointed out a minute ago on that word cause, when she does zombie, zombie, she actually does lighten on that top note. She goes gritty vocals, harsh vocals, really leans into the zom of zombie, and keeps it in a strong, resonant place for the pitch right after that, but removes the grit. And so in a way feels like it's lightening the load, lightening the mechanism a little bit there too. So it's a little bit of a trend for this singer to kind of attack the lower notes and lighten up on the higher notes, at least in some cases.
Hey,
I like how she just kind of lets the vowel go after that section. She's just like, ah. Awesome. Again, that whole bit there, chest voice, flip, and then cuts the sound. Chest voice, flip up, then cuts the sound. And it does give this kind of like yodeling-like feel to it. That nice drum fill there. See, there too, just like a subtle, it's almost, I mean, you can pick out the elements that are moving and changing, but it's almost like a subconscious thing. If you're just listening to the song passively, you're going to feel your system revving up as these elements are slowly morphing into a more driven kind of feel. Just kick drum, a little fill, just hi-hats. More. Again, on this guitar solo, it's not too much. It's not like a Van Halen solo where it's just shredding all over the place super fast, or like a name your phenomenal virtuosic guitar player. It's more subdued. It's more careful and thoughtful in the way it's done. It's like, you know, I didn't know this. One of my friends is a phenomenal guitar player, and he had always said John Mayer is one of the greatest guitar players alive. And I never understood that, because to me his solos always sounded simple, right? But it's the beauty of the simplicity and just doing just enough to where it really serves the music, and not overdoing it to show off or whatever. It's like, what is going to elevate this music to a higher level, and doing that in the perfect way. And that's what John Mayer does. Just like unbelievable guitar solos. And to me, this is in that same vein where it's like, it's a pretty intense song, right? It could be a crazy solo, but it's not, because this kind of solo serves the music better. Bring it down again for this final section. Wow, really cool to see that music video for the first. Now, there's obviously, I mean, so much heavy shit to comment on about the music video and the lyrics and stuff. That, A, is not my expertise, and B, would, you know, you could take hours breaking all that down, whereas I'm really here to analyze predominantly the vocal technique and secondarily other musical aspects, artistic choices, instrumentation, arrangement, stuff like that. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you learned something about this song. I certainly learned a few things while listening through, just more carefully. I think just really cool vocal technique and vocal approach used by this singer. I think it's a big reason why this song is so iconic, is just the unique sound and approach to the vocal production. It's unlike anything else. Really cool. Guys, please do like, subscribe, leave a comment for the algorithm, especially if you want to hear me do other Cranberries music or music, whatever you want. Whatever you want me to react to and analyze, really. I'm open to it. So leave the comments below. I do read them. Please subscribe to the channel. Huge help. And yeah, if I enhanced your listening experience, if I elevated your appreciation for this amazing group and this amazing singer, please do consider joining my Patreon for as little as $1 a month for some amazing perks that you get by joining that community. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.